Hey everybody, it's here Patsy, and I'm just here because I was led to do this. Come downstairs, play with the card shuffle, and just have a live stream if anybody wants to um, ask some questions about me, personal questions about my journey. Um, if you'd like me to pull cards for you, you can make a donation on the super chat, and I will give those a priority, definitely. All right, and the first 9 people to give a super chat, definitely I'll make sure that we do readings for them. It can be a love reading. It could be, um, yeah, love readings is probably best. But we'll see what the question is, how it goes. So right now I'm just checking out myself. I'm doing a reading for myself and a friend of mine. Okay. While I wait and just hang out. All right, I wanted to do something today. I was drawn to just open up to questions. See, be flexible. So I'm being flexible, I think. So just give a thumbs up when you come into the room. Let me know where you're from. If you'd like to ask a question, if you want me to pull some romance cards for you, let me know. And just give a donation to the super chat. All right. And I will be more than happy to pull some cards for you. Any amount is fine. Just give a thumbs up. Let me know you're here, even if you don't want to do a super chat. And hi, how are you? Thanks for joining me. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. Tell me where you're from. You put thank you very much. When you give me a thumbs up, then it goes higher in YouTube's algorithm and it attracts other people and lets them know that I'm up and that way we can get more energy in the room to help with the questions and just because it's more fun to have more people here. So thank you for coming. Thank you for the thumbs up. You want to tell me where you're from? If not, I'll just sit here and keep doing what I'm doing. I had a really great conversation yesterday with one of my subscribers, and we were trying to work out a Google Hangout so that we can have a discussion about spiritual journey, how we came to realize that we were on a path towards our, spiritual growth. Got 2 people in here, got 1 thumbs up. Let me know you're here. Tell me your name, where you're from. And it was very, very interesting that even though we didn't know each other, our stories of what was going on, especially as far as our twin flame journey, were very similar. It was amazing. And we had only, talked for a few minutes. That was our first time doing that. So we're going to try to set up a chat, more like a discussion on Skype, so or Google Hangouts, one of the two. So those who would like to be invited to those type of events, you can send an email to pbtarot7 and give me your email address, and that way when we're doing the hangout, I will be able to notify you and you can be included in that also. So we had gotten a new deck of cards a week or two ago, and those were from Doreen Virtue, of course, right? And they were pretty cool. I have so many cards here. Oh, this is the one I never got to unbox. Wait a minute. Yes, this is the one. I think I started to do the unboxing and I didn't. I got caught up in the other deck by Doreen Virtue. This is by Kyle Gray. All right. The Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Right. Okay. And I was trying to figure out how to use those. Right. And this is how they come. They're not gilded. And these are, okay, in whatever culture and religion they have appeared, angels have always had one mission: to love, help, and guide humans. On the earthly plane, ancestors are the wise ones, healers and warriors who have offered their knowledge, experience, and magic to us. They know what we need to know. So use this guidebook to learn how to use the oracle cards to unlock the secrets and messages of the angels and ancestors who will help to help you to live a life touched by divine magical guidance. Okay. So I think, yes, we are 55 cards. All right. And there's a group of the sacred ones, 30 cards in the sacred ones, 12 guardian and messenger cards, 9 warrior symbol cards, and 4 seasons cards. Okay. So angels and ancestors operate under the divine law of free will. That means that you can't welcome their help successfully unless we ask for it. Yes. The best way to welcome the incredible guidance of those sacred teachers is through prayer, intention, meditation, of course, this oracle deck, holding the cards and preparing to use them. Are you able to hear me? I just want to do a sound check. Could you tell me yes or no? Do you hear the sound? Is the audio okay? All right, just holding the cards and preparing to use them shows that you're open to receiving information, insights, and messages from the angels and ancestors. It's important to know exactly how the cards reveal these messages. According to spiritual law, like attracts like, so we attract or create experiences based on our thoughts, feelings, and actions. When using an oracle deck, we're attracted to the cards that best reflect our personality, situations, strengths, gifts, and challenges at that particular moment. Oracle cards are a tool to help us communicate directly with the divine. Okay. All right. Oh, right. Okay, they said you could use these cards for anything, including current affairs. Let's do that. Current affairs, anyway. I don't know if I want to sully them right now with this nonsense. So let's see. How could we do current affairs? What is going on with the election? Are we going to have a blue wave? That's a good question. All right, let's do that. I'm just sitting here doing nothing, right? I just needed something to do today. So let's try that. Are we going to have a blue wave? We'll use the Angel Answers cards to start. And maybe we'll see what goes from there. I don't think these ancestral cards would be appropriate yet, right now. So for those of us who are paying attention to politics in the United States of America, are we going to have a blue wave, as they're referring to it? Compromise. Okay, so compromise would, well, they'll compromise if we have more Democrats in the House. They'll have to compromise, right? See, she has justice, right? She has two scales in her hand. So that would be justice, compromise. So, yeah, if we have a blue wave, then they'll be forced to compromise with one another, right? All right. And we have, listen to your intuition. Okay. And that was already, when I took out the cards and started to shuffle, it was turned upside down and I turned it back over. So it was meant for that. So my intuition is telling me that we will have a blue wave. Oh, said no. No, we won't have a blue wave. Oh, oh, bottom of the deck says there's something better. Well, what is that? Hmm. Yeah, okay. Let's go. All right, let's see here. Compromise, listen to your intuition. No. So we are not going to have a blue wave. We're going to have something better. Listen to your intuition. Hmm. All right, let's see. What could they be saying? All right, let's use your Orisha. Hey, Kata. The wave will be yellow. That's actually very interesting. It could be because I was watching something earlier today, and they were saying that yellow and white were the colors for Jupiter and Sagittarius. Jupiter is getting ready to go into Sagittarius, I believe, this week or soon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so Oba is Oya. Oya is like change, the wind, the ancestors, creating change, turning things around. But it came up upside down. So there will be no winds of change. There'll be no change. Yellow and gold. Okay, yeah, it said yellow, white, gold. Yeah, those colors. That is Sagittarius's color, and that is Jupiter's color. That's also Leo is the sun. It was really interesting. Um, Maybe I'll put a link to it when I get finished with this. All right. So I was just speaking about our idea of having a like a conference call with a few people. All right, Pat. Eight of Earth. All right. So this is about working on things. All right. So we're gonna have to, and that fell on top of listen to your intuition and compromise. So it's going to take a lot of hard work. Yeah, because it's not going to be a change. It's going to be a lot of hard work. Eight of Earth. So this is abundance. Okay, this is having enough to take care of yourself, your family, your home. That was also in the reverse. So uh, people are going to have to work hard and they're still not going to have enough. This could talk about stock market, a loss in the stock market, because that's Earth, which is like pentacles, coins. So there may be a loss of assets. Uh, oh my goodness. Iku is death. That's an ending, something coming to an end, transformation, bad luck, something that is dangerous, taboo. The couple. So this is like the lover's card. So could be talking about a choice. that needs to be made. And the Eight of Water. So this can talk about being pulled, some forces trying to pull you down, trying to pull us down, trying to pull the ship down. Okay, so the government. But at the same time, the ancestors are trying to help keep it steady. So it's like a fight. So that's like Eight of Cups, right? Eight of Water would be like Eight of Cups. So that's walking away from something, leaving something behind. So there may be a change to what we're used to. There may be a change. Oh, okay. So I'm getting that our choices are not available. Choices are not going to be able to, like, our choices are not going to save us. Like, I'm hearing like your vote doesn't matter. Your votes are not going to matter. So someone is working very hard to destroy, to change. The place that we love. You're trying to pull it down. So we give up, so that we walk away. All right. Okay. So they're basically, someone is trying to destroy our system so that we give up on it. Someone is working very hard to do that. Okay, so can we get some more information? Who is this that is working hard to? Six of Cups. I'm sorry, Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles. On this side, this person is looking at the town, what he surveys, I guess what he owns. So he's he gets his riches from the people, the work that they put in, from the work that they put in. On this side, there's sharing. Okay, this side, maybe turning their back on equality. So, okay, so no equality. Nothing will be equal. There will not be equal distribution. They won't be sharing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see what else. What else do we get here? So this is the 4 of coins. So again, this is a lot of earth energy, money energy here. So this person is holding on to what they have. Very okay, looking about how things used to be, being stubborn about how things used to be. How things used to be when they were growing up. So being nostalgic about that, trying to hold on to the security that they've accumulated, looking at what they've built, what their families have built. So they're looking at their legacy and they want to hold on to it. So we have the Sun card here. Okay, so Sun card is always a good thing. Yellow, right? So that could have something to do with someone who's a Leo. Oh, Robert Mueller is a Leo. I remember that. I read that somewhere. So, hey, Crystal. Hi, South Africa. Oh, hello. What time is it there? It's 3:19 in the afternoon here. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up so that more people will know that we're on the air. So this is standing up against some really hard, trying to get past some barriers. Someone who is on the defensive. They don't want to be seen. They don't want the sun to shine on what it is that they're doing. But he knows that he's being trusted to do a job. And he's just being very strategic about it because he knows that it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a pushback. It's going to be pushback. 10 o'clock at night, really? Oh, okay. All right. So there's going to be some pushback. There's going to be resistance to it. But there will be a victory. But it's going to shake things up. That fell on top of the death card. So it's going to be a struggle for the change. And something, some institution, something is going to be affected. But it has to happen in order for the victory to occur. So there may be some damage to the government while we're waiting for that change. So, hey, Crystal, how are you doing? I'm just playing with the cards right now. I decided since I was up and I was downstairs, I would start to just play with the cards. Right now, I'm just doing a reading about our elections, which are coming up on November 6, 2018. And we're very concerned about the state of our government. So you have the Queen of Wands here. So I believe what it's saying is that there is a strong foundation. That's what I'm getting, a strong foundation that this country has been through a lot and has learned a lot. And the foundation is very strong. A lot of roots, very rooted, very knowledgeable. So I take this to say that America is not going to be destroyed. There are lessons that are going to be learned. Lessons are going to be learned about who to trust, and recognizing our history. We have to know where we came from in order for us to grow. I'm saying that because I see the wand in her hand in the front with the vegetation that looked like it's starting to grow again, even though everything in the back is roots. But from those roots can spring this new beginning, this new opportunity, an opportunity for change, an opportunity for movement, something solid and fertile with wisdom. So we'll learn as a nation, we'll learn from this experience. It will be okay. It's just not going to be that easy. Oh, you're welcome, Crystal. So, mm, okay. So, this is a Knight of Wands. So, again, a fire sign. Could talk about Mueller and the investigation, that it's coming, but it's going through a lot of, it's not easy to get past all of the turmoil. But they're still going. The horse is still trying to strive forward. There's movement, and it's the wand, so it's fire, so it's fast, it's coming, but it's being delayed by other things that are going on. They're trying to stop it from going forward, stop him from going forward, because people don't want to share and they want to hold on to what they have. They're afraid of losing their positions, their property, what they feel that they earned, but actually it was more of what was left to them. And they themselves didn't earn it. So these are legacies. So people, rich people, people who have of means, who are trying to hold on and not share and not care what goes on with anyone else, just looking out for what they have and what they've built. But there will be some light shown on this situation, even though there'll be some pushback, some fighting against it, and it won't be easy, but there will be some, we'll begin to make progress on it to save what we can of the democracy. That will still be solid. It'll just have to start over. It'll just have to learn lessons and pay attention to history. But help is coming, enlightenment is coming, information is coming, messages, news is coming. So, what else could we look at? All right, let's see what the mermaids and dolphins have to say. All right, positive energy. So, we need our prayers. The spirit, all right, this is Kata. The spirit realms had me up all night, tried to go to sleep. They wanted me to give some messages. So today I have to do videos for specific people. Some of the messages were Holocaust families. Very interesting. Very interesting. I was getting messages for Sagittarius people all morning. Explore your options. It's time to look at other possibility, a good time to make changes. So maybe this is saying that we are going to have to put positive energy, compromise, right? Other possibilities to make changes, avoid negativity. So explore other options. We know that we have to start changing from the local elections, local boards, school boards, dog catcher, you know, things like that. Local school district boards, local government. That's how we can take back. That's a possibility. Those are other options. It says wait, don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so what are you saying, Spirit? Are you saying that we should not be concerned about what's going on in Washington? Are you saying that we should not worry about the state of our country? That there are other ways to save our country, the country that we love? Hmm. It says have faith. Hey, Hey, Joy, Virgo from Oklahoma. Crystal says, I had a dream that all of my diamonds were falling out of my ring. I got on my knees to pick them up. Any idea what that means? Hmm. No, I don't know what that would mean. The diamonds were falling off of your wing. I got on my knees to pick them up. All right, give me a second there. So this says have faith. Remain positive and follow your guidance. So positive energy, explore your options, wait, and have faith. Prayers are manifesting. Accept heaven's help. Oh. You pray for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. Helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Okay, I got this thing that just came over me and said that heaven will step in Mm. That's why they're saying to wait. There'll be a victory after a storm, and that fell on top of the death card. Don't rush into action. Bide your time for better results. So something is coming to an end, a forcible end. But this is kind of like a tower situation. So maybe the universe is going to step in and change the situation. So I'm getting that we're not going to have a blue wave, but the universe is saying there are other ways for this to be handled, accept heaven's help and just wait. That the United States is very well rooted and it can withstand this, but there will be lessons learned by this experience that will just make us stronger and more careful and not to worry. But it is because of greed and selfishness that we're going through this. Okay, Joy. I'm sorry. Crystal had a dream that your diamonds were falling out of your ring. Hmm. What would that mean? I don't know. How would I figure that out? Okay, so let me ask you this, Crystal. Are you? Is it a wedding ring or is an engagement ring or is it an actual ring that you own? Could you just let me know that? I got 4 people in here. I only got 3 thumbs up. Please give me one more thumbs up so that other people will know that we're in the room, so that we can get some energy going here and help Crystal with this question. It's a dress ring, so it's costume, jewelry, dress ring. Okay, so well, success just jumped out. Huh? You picked them up, real diamonds, real diamonds, but it's a dress-up ring. Okay, I got you. It's not an engagement ring or wedding ring. It's just a ring that you wear, and it has diamonds in it. It has real diamonds in it. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe the numerology deck can give us a hint. You could just Google that. I'm sure if you put that into the search engine, put lost rings or lost jewelry or see what diamonds mean in dreams, maybe. I would do it, but I left my iPad upstairs and I don't want to lose this connection. But let's see what the cards say. Yeah, it might have something to do with success, wealth, marriage, like Kata said. Yeah, she needs a dream interpretation, but I can see if the cards will give her some direction. But it says success, so as Kata said, marriage, wealth. Maybe it's saying that you're afraid of losing something, or you thought that you were going to lose an investment or something, but you're going to be able to save it, just that you're not going to lose the investment. I don't know if that would pertain to you at all for that. It does say success. Let's see if we can get something else. A loss of love and poverty. Thank you, Kata. Loss of love and poverty, right? Because they fell out, but you said you were on your knees picking it up. It says financial discipline, 48. So, so this may have been the creator trying to warn you about your investments, that maybe you need to have a little more financial discipline, keep an eye on where your money's going. Or, yeah, investments that you've made, you're not going to be able to lose anything. You'll be able to recoup. This indicates a need for financial discipline if you wish to build a strong foundation in the future. Beware of frivolous spending. Okay. Constantly, you're constantly surrounded by opportunities to attract abundance. However, you must follow up with action if you wish to see results. So maybe this is talking about budgeting. Okay. Um, Setting the intention to be financially secure and then taking appropriate steps, such as putting a little money away. All right. So that might be enough to shift your vibration. So if you're worried about money, worried about being able to have enough for a rainy day, perhaps, afraid of losing your wealth or losing your stability, even, perhaps it's saying that you need to start putting a little money in the savings now and stop dealing with credit. It may be saying that your money goes out faster than it comes in. So they're saying to seek financial advice, adopt the attitude of abundance, and attend workshops or read a book about creating wealth. All right. So stay out of the mall, stay off of the internet ordering stuff. All right. Watch what's coming in and what's going out. Make a budget. Even if you don't think that you need to right now, this may be a warning, okay, to save you a future headache. That could be what it is, Crystal. Does that make any sense to you? I think that you're indicating that it does. But that's a good question. Thank you. I don't think I ever tried to do somebody's interpret a dream for someone before. Okay. Well, you're welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification button there, Crystal, over there in South Africa. Wow. Mm-mm. Amazing. Amazing. The power of the internet. You can meet and talk to people all over the world without your mother saying, "Get off the phone, you're using up my unit." Well, the world has changed. Amazing. It said that when it fall out, but I picked them up, they must mean something good. Yes, absolutely. It means that you are going to be able to not lose your money. You're going to be able to do a budget and pay attention to what you're spending. So yes, all right. I mean, I guess if you had lost the diamonds and you couldn't find them, that might have been a problem. But the fact that we got success, right, and the financial discipline, I think is saying that you'll be fine. You just have to be careful of how you're spending. It could also be energy. Maybe it's saying that you need to be disciplined about where you're spending. Oh, you're welcome, darling. Where you're sending your energy, or where you're focusing your attention. But I think it has to do with finances. I think that that's what makes the most sense. Okay. So, very good. Jay from Oklahoma, you still here with us? I got 6 folks in here. Only got 4 thumbs up. Let's see. Can we get some more thumbs up? Those of you who have just joined me. I'm just in here answering questions. I had nothing to do. I felt like getting on computer and just doing some things, hanging out. we were trying to get a discussion group going uh, for those who are on the twin flame journey, the feminine, divine feminines might be interested in this discussion group, talking about the journey, talking about the challenges that we are having. And I think what it is, what Spirit was bringing to me this morning, is so often we're going through these challenges, and especially it seems right now on this twin flame journey where there's an energy to find out what this is, and the feminine energies may be a little more ahead on the journey than the masculine energies, and it's like a tug of war. Are you going to stay with this mission? What is this mission really? Do I need this partner? All of these challenges, and I think we kind of keep it to ourselves. We watch the tarot readings and, get information from card readers, or, on the internet, or whatever, spying, whatever we're doing. But who can we really talk to who understands where we are and what we're going through and how we're feeling? And maybe part of the reason that some of us want to throw in the towel, so to speak, is because we're keeping it bottled up to ourselves. And so maybe, hi, Rue. Hi. So maybe if we can have a group discussion from time to time and check in with each other where we are actually interacting, it's not like this, where I can't hear you, even though you can hear me, hopefully. You can hear me. So it doesn't flow as easily. So what Kata and I had we're trying to come up with like a panel discussion. So it doesn't have to be 1,000 people, but it could be, maybe uh, 6 or 7, like the View, something like that, while others can. Oh, thank you, Rue. You like that? I like that too. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to be rocking that headdress more often. I got it in 2 more colors, and I'm gonna see if they got more because I really like that. And I don't know what I spoke to, but part of this journey, I lost all my hair. I had locks down to my butt when I started this, but my hair fell out, and so oh, thank you, thank you so much. Um, so I know the reason. I know the reason, and I know the reason, and it's part of the journey. And I guess when you have locks, so after many years, it gets to the point where you feel like your burdens are holding on to your hair. Like that energy of all of the struggles and stuff. And I wanted to just have like a new start, so I wanted to cut it up to here. My hairdresser cut it, and she cut it really short. And the next thing you know, I had an infection and my hair fell out. The doctor said it wasn't alopecia. I had me on medication. They don't know what it was. And I know what it was. Spirit is what it was because there were things that I needed to know. And I guess my hair was blocking some of the messages or the information. Okay, so Jay, married 27 years, now divorced. He has another, yet he is seen driving by my place and around my daughter's house. Can you see anything? I can't deal anymore. I'm focused on me for once, and I like it. Well, because he's probably just trying to be controlling, right? He wants to have his cake and eat it since you're not playing with him no more. I don't know. Maybe he feels like that's his way of being protective. I don't know. Let's see what's going on for Jay. Oh, Jay, what would we look at for Wisdom of the Oracle? No. Why is he stalking, basically? That's what is going on. Ah, here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Mm. All right, just give me a second. Yeah, controlling. Okay, okay. Kata said it. Spirit said correct. Controlling. It's a way to be controlling. Wants to have his cake and eat it too. Get order protection against his ass. Let somebody take a picture of him on a drive-by, or it doesn't matter. You don't need a picture. Go to family court and get order protection if your daughter doesn't want him driving by, or if you don't want him driving by. Stalking. Okay, so Spirit, can we see what is going on for Jay in regards to her ex, who has reportedly, allegedly, been doing drive-bys after they have been apart. He wanted this divorce, and so he's free and she's free, and she doesn't want to be bothered. Narcissist, like, yeah, absolutely. Narcissistic energy. So let's see what's going on with Jay's ex-husband. What's his problem? What is his issue? Anything? Okay, let's see what we got for him. Ah, okay. Got the maker of destiny and the lady in the mirror. So this is 44. So this is a master number. This is a master year. This is manifestation, reflections. I think what this is saying is that he has been reflecting on what he's done, on his actions. He knows that you are his foundation, you are his family, and that he's feeling he followed his free will, he chose his destiny, and now he's reflecting on it. Hmm. 2 and 6. This is number 24. So 2 and 6 is 24. Is 2 and 6 is 2 and 4 is 6. I'm reading and thinking what? Yeah, he made his bed, and so now he has to lie on it. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to think about it. That's part of it. Part of making your bed and lying in it is being reflective and trying to understand why he did this. I think that's what it is. I think it sounds like he reflects. He's been reflecting on the past, and he may be regretful of what he's done. Or maybe he just figures, maybe he's not judging what he has done. He's just felt like he exercised his free will, but he is looking. I don't even know why I'm shuffling these. Okay, number 32, music. Yeah, he's being nostalgic. Maybe that's what it is. He's being nostalgic right now. You know, if he's a cheater and that's something that he was used to doing, and now you're not the option because you divorced him and basically told him to hit the road, Jack. That could be the music. And he might be, I just think it just seems as if he's just being nostalgic and he's reflecting about what happened. He's 60 and it's way past time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe he made this choice because he's getting older. He was looking at himself. That could be the lady in the mirror, his own reflection of himself, and looking at his own past and what he's come through. And maybe he felt like a midlife crisis type of thing, but for an older dude. Hey, Phyllis, how are you? Um, hmm. So maybe he's just reflecting on what he's done, being nostalgic. Okay, let me finish with Joy first, Rue, because I think we did you already. So let's finish Joy. Okay, and so we have the Knight of Cups here. Oh, yeah. So this is about him walking away, trampling. I see in this card, I don't know if your ex-husband is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I see Cancer here. Um, and he walked away thinking that he could take his love elsewhere. He was given into his emotions and to his free will. Ah, okay, like he was seduced away. He was seduced away. He made his choice, his narcissism, and he was seduced away. That's the music part. Maybe he's like one of these romantic types, but I think it's like one of those, midlife crises. Maybe looking for a trophy wife or whatever, or just trying to fill his oats, see what else is out there. Okay. Oh, he's a Taurus? All right. But still, I don't know, there's some water sign involved in this, but in any event, this seems like he was taking his love elsewhere. Like he was trying to sow his oats. I think he was seeing himself getting older, looking back at his life, seeing, you know, what he's done. He may have been happy with his accomplishments, but maybe saw himself getting old. He saw an opportunity, someone saw an opportunity to lure him away, to appeal to his narcissism, and he snuck away to find his new opportunities to offer love to someone else. Okay, light. So you don't have to believe in astrology, and you can also believe in astrology and science and religion. You know, not one thing doesn't necessarily have to cancel out the other. All right, light. So you may feel it's sad, but I think it's sad that if you feel so that this is what you're coming around getting into these chat rooms to voice it, you should have something else to do. Maybe some science, some religion. Okay, so some backstabbing. So maybe things weren't so great when he got where he was going. And he's feeling passionate about trying to come back. He wants to come back. But he knows you're not having it. You're being entertained? Okay, so let's be respectful, all right? Because some people are agnostic, atheists. They still are interested in astrology and tarot, No need to judge people. Okay. One God, one people. I'm going to pull out my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You know what? You might be able to read those Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I know people who could read playing cards. I used to do that myself. It's not about the card, it's about the energy. If you're open to it. Be careful though. Play with those cards. Don't know what you're doing. And with the attitude you have, you might stir up something that you don't mean to stir up, baby. Just saying. So, the blue eyes white dragon on light. Oh, well, that's always around. That's why you're here, right? As above, so below, right? So, you don't have to summon the blue eyes white dragon. It's always around. It's been here for centuries. That's the problem. So, this, yeah, he might want to come back, but he knows that you're not having it. Okay. Oh, Phyllis said that's right, sis, for you, Kata. Hi, Katrilla. How are you? All right. So, thank you for. Oh, all right. So, did I finish Jay? Okay. Okay, Light. Thank you very much. You won't interrupt us. You blocked him and reported him. He made your head hurt, Phyllis. See, I was trying to be hospitable, you know? We got 6 people in here. We only got 5 thumbs up, so let me get one more thumbs up. I was just trying to be hospitable. Sometimes some people, they just, they're used to thinking a certain way, and it's hard for them to understand that sometimes people don't necessarily think what they think. There are people who are very well educated who believe in science, but they also believe in tarot. They also believe in the creator or some supreme being, something. Okay. Joy said, Kata said that she grew up in Oklahoma, and that you can contact her. She'd be happy to talk to you. That's sweet. So you can, Joy, if you want to send an email to me, I can forward it to Kata, and the two of you all can correspond. All right, so I think I'm done with Joy. All right, he's just confused. He's old. Ignore him. Do you, girl? If you feel that you got to get an order of protection against his butt, then get one. All right, but if not, he's just old and he's just confused. He made a bad move and may not. Maybe he can't handle what he thought he could handle, and now he's looking back at what he missed out on. You're welcome, Joy. Okay, so now I was going to go with Phyllis, a general reading. What do you mean general reading, Phyllis? Was there somebody else though? There was someone else who was here who had a question. Oh, that was Rue again, and I had already done Rue. So Rue had asked about her high school sweetheart. His whole family was in the dream. Mother was really happy to see me. Any thoughts? I don't know. Is he still alive, Rue? Your high school sweetheart? Oh, Phyllis said anything the spirit has to say. All right, let's see if the spirit has any messages for Phyllis. No, it's not time. Hey, I thought somebody said they blocked him. He's right back here. It's time to duel. He came back, you guys. You don't have to block him. You don't have to block him. He's gonna behave himself. Okay, so um, okay, Rue, you had a question. Phyllis said, Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, yeah, we may need to pray for light. Um, all right, Joy, just hang on 1 second. Since we had already gotten you, I'm not dissing you. I just want to get a card for Phyllis, and then we'll get back to you. We won't let anybody else jump you. So jump, Brooklyn. Sorry. All right. Phyllis, oh, that's a scream emoji. Oh, I never knew that. Well, thank you. That's interesting. Let's just get a daily guidance card for you, Phyllis. All right. Would that be helpful? That would be good. All right. Here we go. All right. We got 7 people and got 6 thumbs up. I hope that Mr. Light or Ms. Light uh, gave us a thumbs up since they've been here twice, even after being ejected. But anyone who just came into the room, please give us a thumbs up. Okay, for you, Phyllis, it says focus on service. You and your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. Oh, Light said he was never blocked. Okay. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in the stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. Okay? So focus on service. Okay. So that you're reading. Focus on service. On the bottom of the deck, what do you desire? You know you have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. So this is like, know what you want, ask for it now. Okay, he's still alive, you're a man, and so is he. Okay. All right, so same difference. He made a mistake. He made a move. Oh, we're talking about the high school sweetheart. Okay. Okay. So Phyllis, thank you very much. All right, I hope that was good. So do what you desire and focus on service. And I know that you are doing that, Phyllis. I can tell that already. I know that about you, and I've only met you here. All right. If you'd like to be in any of in these discussions, um, send me your email address, and then we're going to be having some like panel discussions about the journey of the divine feminine. So if that's something that you're interested in, give your email address to me, and then Kata and I will schedule uh, like a conference, a panel discussion about different topics. But as I was saying, as before I got distracted, that maybe it's like a group, a group, a focus group, or just support group for the divine feminines, and I think it'll be fun. We're not going to have a whole bunch of people actually discussing things, and maybe we'll be able to get experts to come in and give us some advice about certain things. Um, and then we'll be able to upload it, and people can watch it and still get the information. Those who aren't part of the panel discussion, so it'll be, yeah, Katrilla, it is. So it'll be, for the community, but it won't just be me and the cards, even though we will implement. I already, the spirit told me this morning, they gave me like a formula how to do it. Thank you, spirit. So I have an idea of how we can do it so that we also incorporate spirit along with our discussion, not only through the cards, but also information that Kata has, um, and her expertise in astrology and things that have to do with palladium and the universe. And I just think it would be nice if we can just talk about these spiritual matters, but also relate to these experiences that we're having as women, you know, and be supportive of each other because we're busy on this twin flame journey. And a lot of us don't have anybody that we can talk to. Our sisters, our aunts, our mothers, they think we're nuts anyway. So this is just adding more nuts to it. Like, okay, this is a fairy tale. All right. So if you send your email to me, Kata and I will Kata's laughing. Kata and I will set that up. So that was part of why I said I wanted to come over here so that I could kind of let folks know about it, and also if you had any questions about my journey, because it may be of some value. I'm sure. Like I said, Kata and I had no idea we were basically experiencing the same situation at the same time. Do I really believe in what I do? And as far as the readings, I believe that spirit has led me to um, have this ability, this gift, and to be able to use this platform in order to share it with others. Yes, I do believe that. I know that because I know what my journey has been. And I know that it's been effective because I've gotten response and feedback from people all over, not only on the internet but also in person. So yes, light. I do believe in what I do. Amen, Kata. Yes, and that's another thing. You feel, well, it is supernatural. I guess that would be the closest word that we have to describe it. But it is supernatural. For myself, I'm coming to learn that we're all human. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience in this plane, and it's something that I've come to understand. Of course, I wasn't raised that way, basically, you know, raised in a Christian household. And this doesn't take away from that either. It actually adds to it as far as I'm concerned. Well, thank you, Phyllis. She says it's just such a peaceful vibe here, and she loves coming here. Thank you. But all I can say, like, is that I am a regular person. I have a family. I worked for a living. God bless me, I was able to retire and at a young age. And things have gone on in my life over the years that have brought me to the place where I came to understand that my ancestors are very much a part of my day to day, and they make themselves known to me, or I somehow have always been aware of them, but it has come in steps, from the time I was a child. And it just every, so often they give me that nudge. And over the last decade or so, more than that, they've just allowed me to be open to the opportunity to be of service to my community and to whoever is open to it, whoever is interested, whoever's supposed to hear the message will hear the message when they're supposed to hear it. And so that's what it is. And I don't force anybody to believe what I believe. My own children, my daughter is Buddhist. She had what do you call it? I can't say it right now. But I know how to chant. Yo-no-ho, Renge-kyo, no-yo-ho, Renge-kyo. Nothing wrong with that. That's cool. My son is agnostic, death metal musician, but that's his choice. My mom is a Baptist now. She was an Episcopalian when I was growing up, but okay. And I grew up in the Church of God in Christ because that was where I took my soul to. My parents weren't there. My mother was, like I said, Episcopalian, and now she and my sisters and brothers and my brother go to Baptist churches, I guess. And I just never, if I'm going to go to a church, I'm going to go to a Church of God in Christ. But that's because that's where I feel comfortable. But I don't go to church like that anymore. But I have nothing against church. I go when I want to. Something happens. The pastor of my church died a few months ago. I went to the funeral, and I was respectful and whatever. I don't have to. Everybody has their own. My philosophy is that we all have our own path. Some people's paths may be a little stricter than others. Maybe you're supposed to be a priest or a nun because maybe in the last life you was hanging off the chandelier somewhere. I don't know. It's not for me to judge. The only thing I can do is follow the path that I'm being told to follow. And I could just choose to or choose not to. But so far, choosing to has worked out pretty good. A lot better than choosing not to. But again, it's not easy. And so as I was saying, those of us who are involved in this twin flame journey, the feminine energies, we're women and we like to express ourselves. We like to get it out. And so maybe to keep us from getting it out in not so spiritual ways, we'll get the energy out by talking out amongst one another. I was born and baptized as a Christian, yes, but I practice Yoruba. Now, Yoruba is Yoruba. You can go Google that, and we can talk about that later, light. But yeah, I'm a Christian. I believe in Christ, and I try to, you know, be careful of what I do and to be mindful and loving towards my fellow man. What are you, light? Ooh. Hmm. Oh, you're a Muslim. Okay, so you believe in something. Oh, what you think that Muslims don't have spiritualists and readers and things like that going on? Like, come on now. Every nationality, every religion, Jewish, Christian, Catholic, there is someone who's an elder, someone who's a soothsayer, someone who interprets the scriptures, like an imam. I'm sure that the Iman gets revelations from God. Okay, so astrology is prohibited in every religion, honey. People still do it. There are people who are Muslims who practice Ifa, Yoruba. All of the scriptures say not to do certain things. Scriptures tell people not to eat shrimp. They do. Everything is could be prohibited just in all of our scriptures, but we have free will, and so people choose to rely on other methods. If they use cards, if they channel spirit, you can't. If the creator wants to send a message, they're going to send it. Isn't that how we get Muhammad and the leaders that we have? I'm sorry, light. I didn't mean to offend you, but I'm just saying, light is light. Muslims, Buddhists, Christians, Catholics, agnostics, everybody. People do things. Some people do it just for a little time. Some people do it all their lives. Some people are drawn to it because they are having challenges. They don't tell everybody. They're not checking in to see Jehovah Witnesses, Mormons, everybody. That's why there's always been gypsies. That's why there's always been healers and even the on the plantations, the masses, the raggedy asses was using the um the African medicines and the Africans to be able to tell their futures and things like that. It's just the nature of man. There's nature of man to understand our universe. That's why we even have scriptures and Bibles. These are stories and revelations and guidance because humanity has questions and we don't remember ourselves. And so that's how we get these religions and these different things. But in my opinion, it's not about religion, it's about your spirit. Okay, light is gone. I can't. All right, Phyllis says I can't see him or her. I'm a Capricorn and a Virgo moon. I can't take bullying or harassing people. Hey, it's that time. There's like a Taurus moon or something like that. And maybe he's feeling himself. Lack of knowledge kills mankind. Yes, that's true. Catrilla's saying my path's still unbelievable and the things I'm going through, the things that's coming to me now, I never know until the beginning of this year. Ran into people, some people ran off. Now it's me and YouTube. Okay, that's true. Well, for some people, it's like that. Okay, light interrupted me on the question, Rue. Right, okay. All right, so let's see. Where was I? What was the question? See how I get? Okay, so this was about your high school sweetheart. All right, and you had a dream about him and his family, and you wanted to know what that meant? Okay. Hmm. Got 7 folks in here. I only got 6 thumbs up. Somebody forgot to hit the like button when they got here. Hey, Jamila. Thank you, Jamila. Okay, but I think Light has already been run off. He maybe he'll get the message later. All right, so why was there any significance to the dream that Rue had of his ex and their family? No. Give me a second. All righty. Let's see. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Sheesh. All right, so this card popped out, number 39, the Altar Princess. Preparation and sacred ritual and prayer. This was in the reverse. The Altar Priestess. Let me see. Somebody is losing faith in something. Someone is losing faith. Divine order. Sisters of the season. Cycles of growth, natural law, divine order, number 17. Maybe there's going to be a death in his family. I don't know why I'm getting that. Cycles of growth, divine order. It could be that that's a signal for you to contact him again. Divine order, natural law, cycles of growth. So if I look at the altar priestess, not in the reverse, have you been trying to manifest this person back into your life, Rue? Is that what's going on? Have you been thinking about this person, or maybe they've been thinking about you? Manifesting something from the past. This is an 11 card here. The Hawk Priest. Spirit communication, paying attention. Okay. So maybe he has been trying to reach you in your dreams. Maybe that's why you dreamt of him in your in his family. And they want you to pay attention to that. Maybe the two of you are supposed to reconnect. And he's reaching out to you. Hmm. Communicating with you spiritually, because this is time for this. This is the circle. Things are coming around circle. You or he have manifested this, and the initial contact is through the dreams to see if you are open to it. Came through the dreams to kind of test the waters. Sorry. Oh, okay. All right. So Rue is saying that you have been thinking about renewing this relationship. Okay. So Kata is saying that someone may be blocking you in the spirit realm, blocking the connection. It could be a family member. That's why they showed up in the reading, and maybe that's why this card says Sisters of the Season. So perhaps he has a sister or someone around him that may be a busybody. I'm just saying. Ooh. Okay to say yes. Yep. Rue, does he? Okay, the bottom of this deck. The Ringmaster of Scrutiny, number 9. So this is something you have to pay attention to the details with this one, with this situation. Okay? But this is something that is being brought to you by your ancestors. This is something that's divine. But you have to pay attention to the details, because if someone is trying to interfere, then that's going to cause some kind of energetic um, tug of war. And believe me, you don't feel like it. Okay. I've always known I was gay. He was never comfortable with it because he felt he would achieve the success. He wouldn't achieve the success that he has being gay. And in a dream, his mother was happy to see me, but his sister didn't even make eye contact. Okay, so yeah, the sister's would be giving you the side eye because she ain't really with it at all. But this is for you to pay attention to that and protect yourself. Yeah, chess queen, and this is in the reverse. And this is about strategizing and not having trust, not having faith. This could be the sister. So maybe she knows that there's that kind of connection, and maybe the dream was you getting her sending you a warning, don't even come this way. You ain't gotta be you ain't gotta be scared about it. You just gotta know about it so you can protect yourself if you decide to pursue this. But you do have an 11 here. So this is saying that there is some manifestation, some connection. It could be a twin flame relationship, but it's something, a cycle that is coming around, and divine order is, they're trying to establish divine order. So perhaps this is the opportunity for you all to reconnect, but just be aware of the sister giving you all the side eye. Okay, if that's something that you want to pursue. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Well, do I really see these? This has been known. Give me a second here. All right, let's do this. Guidance, daily guidance. All right, so in respect to Rue's situation, spirit, what is the advice that we can give Rue in regards to the situation? Ooh, it says, let your past go. The burden of carrying your past around has made you very weary, dear one. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and now it's gone. This could be saying, of course, that you don't need to revisit this relationship, but it also could be saying that you should take the lessons from this, and you could ignore the naysayers because you don't need it. If you feel drawn to pursue this connection, there may be things that you're going to have to forgive. Maybe you have some resentment about the fact that he wasn't willing to be open. Maybe you feel like you wasted time that you could have been together. You may not know you feel that, but maybe if you connect, you might get that feeling. All right, this one says time to go. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty in each sunset in your life and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. Okay, so this is a cycle that someone, one or two of you have manifested it, but I don't know. I don't think that they are really that keen on you all pursuing this. You may have to delay. Oh, see, oh, okay, not the right time. That's the feeling that I'm getting. All right. So it's not the right time. Not the right time. I would say if you continue to get more communications through dreams, keep a journal of it. But if you start getting synchronicities and along with the dreams and things like that, then I think that at that point you can ask your ancestors what is happening. All right, you don't need any. You don't need the reader. Me, I mean, of course, I could tell you. Send an email to pbtarot7@gmail.com. But you can ask your ancestors. But I would continue. I would just keep my distance because it's saying that it's not the right time. Let go of your past and time to go. So I would just not deal with that. And if it continues, if you continue to get synchronicities, then I would ask your ancestors to give you a clear signal, a clear message that yes, you are supposed to pursue this. But they were telling you already what you're going to be dealing with the system. So it might not be the right time. Okay, Rue? So thank you very much. Who else? Y'all sick of me yet? Jamila Walazita, did you have a question, baby? That was cool, though. Thank you very much, Rue. That was very interesting. I'm glad that made sense to you. Okay, so just see if more messages come. Don't take any action right now. Okay? We got all right, so you can ask about love. What made it cool to me is because I was able to feel a message, to feel an answer, to feel like I had connected somehow for you. That's just the way I express it. It's like a it's like a revelation to me sometimes about the messages that I get, that it, you know, helps someone, or someone can it resonates with people, that it is like, it's like a high, I guess. You know, not really, but along that, it just, you feel blessed. That's it. Blessed. Yes, Jamila, you want to ask a question about love? Yes. What's your question about love, Jamila? Yeah, it's a bliss high. Okay, that's the feeling. I guess that's the feeling. That's the best explanation. It's just blessed to the point where you're sick of yourself sometimes. It's like I can't have a conversation without spirit being part of it. I feel like, come on, girl, there's other things to talk about, but it's okay. I wake up with just open to just gratitude, for being able to open my eyes and see, because there was a time when I wasn't able to. And gratitude for all that I have. And ask for strength to make it through, knowing that I will make it through. And also knowing that if I should die before I wake, right? I'm getting this song in my head that I used to sing when we were little in church. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. That is that kind of feeling. It's like that groundedness and happiness, and just happiness to be able to help people, you know? Anyway, Jamila, you had very strong feelings about this guy. You never had it with any other guy. What should I do? You're waiting for a message that spirit might have for you. Okay, Jamila. So, Jamila wants to know, is there something that she should pursue with this guy? Hi, Anna. How are you? Oh, you're welcome, Rue. Rue said it was, she said, thank you for sharing. That was beautiful. I just repeat these because after a while, they don't show the chat, at least not when I go to look at it. And, sometimes it's hard to, I don't want it to be hard for it to be understood out of context, because these videos play all over the world. Okay, so we got flirt here for you, Jamila. Extend your lighthearted energies to others. So, all right, maybe they're saying you need, okay. Religious factors are affecting your love life. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. What's the matter? You want to make a pass and you don't think that you could because you're a girl? Hi, that's what's going on, Jamila. You trying to be a lady? So you're afraid to pursue. No, I didn't say you cared about religion. I'm saying, yeah, you're trying to be a lady. You don't want to show your hand. They're saying that you should flirt. How's he going to listen? This day and age, these guys, we got to have a little sympathy for them. If we make the first move, then they can move back. But they really can't move if we don't make the first move. Oh, why do I keep losing this chat? Okay, so I think that's what it is, Jamila. You want to pursue him, but you have been raised a certain way, and that maybe ladies don't do that. Mm, children, your love life is being affected by children. I don't know if you have children or he has children. Someone that you've known since you were younger. Did you say that? Oh, I don't know if you have known him since childhood. Is it okay to be a maca delicious lady? Okay, you don't know. All right, you don't know if he has children, but you don't have children. Well, maybe he does, or could be saying that he makes you feel young. He makes you feel like like a schoolgirl. The butterflies and all of that. You don't have children. He told me he has no children. Right. All right. So this could be. I've got two conversations. My conversation and Kata and Rue are having a conversation, and I'm getting drawn into that. But I want to focus here on Jamila. So You don't have any kids, they don't have any kids. All right. So it could be that I think this is about you being shy. That could be what this is. You being shy to step forward and make the first move. And there's chemistry and trust. Have faith. Okay, could be saying that the two of you will get together and you're going to end up having kids. That could be one thing. I don't know if that's a concern for you. Religious factors could mean that you all will join in some type of spiritual commitment because there is chemistry and they're saying that you should just have faith. Is he interested in you? Yeah, I think so. It's saying that you all have chemistry. Chemistry is an attraction. Now, I mean, I don't know the extent of the attraction, but it's saying for you to trust this and have faith in this. Pursue it. Darling, if you're interested in him, I think it's saying that you should let him know that. And that's the only way that you're going to know for sure. But it's saying that you have chemistry. Consult an expert. Okay, so I guess that's you going to a reader or somebody. Or it could be maybe there's someone that you know that knows him better, so you can get an idea of how he's feeling. Worthiness. Yeah, you know what you know what you deserve to receive good in all ways. All right, so this is about you loving yourself. Okay, knowing that you're worthy. All right, and if you've already let him know that you're interested, then it's just he's interested. Is I don't know what the holdup is. I don't know. Well, you didn't say it was a holdup. You said he makes you feel differently. Have you dated? Okay, you're a straight lady. I assume that. All right. So you got to say something. Have you gone on a date with him? Has he taken you out? Or have you taken him out? Yeah. All right. It says simplify your life, eliminate clutter from your home and your work life to balance the flow of activities. You've gone out several times with him. Well, he must be interested if he's taken you out several times or you spent several, occasions together. There's something that you need to let go of so that you can allow this to manifest. Okay? All right. All right, Jamila. Maybe you're having some self-esteem issues yourself. No offense. And maybe what it's saying about consulting an expert is maybe that's something that you might need to get some counseling about. There may be some issues, some some baggage that you may be carrying with you that you need to move on from so that you can open yourself up to trusting that you are worthy and that you're attractive and that you would know without having to ask a reader how you stand with someone. Yeah, they could take you out a few times, but how really in this day and age, how much time is he going to waste with you? I mean, unless we're talking about sex, but even that, they can get that anywhere. If your sex is that good that they keep going on, then they are interested in you. Are they interested in you for something besides sex? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not saying that this is the situation. I'm just giving an example, you know? but it is an interest. But if you're going out places and you're spending time together and you're watching Netflix and cuddling and whatever, get to know. Leave it to the universe. Enjoy it. Don't have to put a label on it. What you want him to say? You gonna be my girlfriend and send you a note? You can check the box. Ask him, what is this? I know that's cliche for women to do, but gotta ask. If there's a question in your mind, you can only be honest. You can't assume things, and you don't want to, which is why you're asking these questions. So get a clear understanding. Like Minister Farrakhan says, make it plain, right? Make it plain. All right. Kata says that after the live stream, listen to the message again, and there may be an answer in the comments that I was making in general. That happens sometimes, Kata. Thanks for catching that. Spirit sometimes drops some jewels that I don't even know what I'm saying until after I get off the air. Like the other day, I think it was Gemini, and I'm watching the reading back, and I'm like, wait a minute, somebody's pregnant, you know? But I didn't say that during the reading, but the message came as I was watching the reading, like, oh, that could be that someone's pregnant. So I added that to the title. Okay, Jamila. But, honey, life is to be lived. If this person is making you feel a certain way and you're interested and he's shown you interest, enjoy it while it lasts. You could just continue to wonder, or you can take a chance and have confidence in yourself, knowing that he's going to tell you that he's interested in you, but also knowing that if for some reason some other nonsense happens or he comes out of his face the wrong way, it won't devastate you because it'll be his loss. Okay? You're a Virgo and he's a Taurus. Okay, well, Kata's telling you they're compatible mates. And so Anna is also reaffirming Virgo and Taurus are a good. Well, they're both Earth, right? So I don't know. There might be a lot of stubbornness and quiet. There might be a lot of quiet and stubborn. A lot of introspection and not wanting to budge. Maybe a little tight on the budget there too. Maybe a little tight with the purse strings. Maybe, but you might agree on that. True, right? Okay, all right. See, I mean, that might be all right, until it's all good until somebody wants to buy something. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Virgo is a fixed sign, right? But yeah, and you can be introspective. Virgos can be very introspective. They go to themselves to think, like the hermit. Taurus can do that too. Like I said, it may be quiet around your house a lot. Keep your head out of my pocket. Okay, Kato, we're gonna get in trouble with the Nation of Islam by the end of the night. They're gonna be banning us, all right? Because I think we made 3 Islam jokes today. No, with no disrespect and no intention. That's just because I think see light got us on that. That's wrong. That's wrong. No disrespect. I love Minister Farrakhan. That's my man. Mm-hmm. All right. So building blocks for you there, Jamila. This is the start of a relationship if you wanted to be that. Okay, put on your big girl panties and ask this man, what's up? Say my name, say my name. That's all. Kata said it's all good with the name. Oh yeah, we could throw you. You could be our sacrifice. We'll put you in. Oh here, she's one of you all. Take her. Yeah. Jamila said that you're so sweet, Kata. All right, you're welcome, Jamila. We'll say I was crazy. I'm just saying, we don't know who's watching this. Somebody, people they're bad. They'll take it and they'll forward it to the minister. And next thing you know, he'll be like, "What did they say?" Oh no, those young ladies, they may need to come and sit down and have a talk with me. You're welcome, Jamila. But I love Minister Farrakhan. I met him twice in my life, and he says things are a little extra sometimes, but he brings the truth. Sometimes truth hurts. Right now, you're waiting for the men in black. Yo, this is terrible. I made a joke with my girlfriend one time. I was like, yo, you know what? We really need to just go ahead on down to Mosque number 7 in Harlem, sit in and see who didn't get the bow tie yet. And find us a husband, at least somebody who's seeking God. If we can snatch him before they give out the black ties, we might be good. Man, we were talking about that for weekends after weekends. Like, this was a running joke. Has it come to this? Are we going to go to Harlem and try to find us one of the brothers before they get issued a bow tie? We could get them out of there. Yeah. And that's back, when we were younger, and everybody was still, there was not a plethora of available men in the church because just what is not that time. So, oh, but I like bean pies. I love them. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. And when we were little, the guys used to come and sell the fish wrapped up in the newspapers. They were wrapped up in the final call, I think. They would come on payday and they come to door, and we'd have fresh fish. Our mothers and fathers would be able to purchase that for us, and so we were supporting the nation. Yeah, it was reported supporting the Nation of Islam. All right, and they wanted us to be a community, and they still do. And the way things are going, that might be what we need to do. Learn how to plant and grow our own vegetables and our own animals and fish and all the skills that we need to survive. We all hope to meet a nice man someday, Phyllis. All those of us who are straight. Yes. You've never had a bean pie, Anna? Well, I don't know where you live. If you uh, are anywhere near Chicago or New York, Manhattan, I don't know. I'm sure they have them probably by Atlanta by now. But there's a recipe for bean pies. Actually, I saw a recipe for it. I think you use navy beans or pinto beans. Just Google it, honey. You can find things all over the place. But I know there's nutmeg, there's cinnamon. I don't know if there's milk and egg, but there's not a lot that goes into it. And what goes into it is natural. Maybe they use honey instead of white sugar. I don't know. But you Google bean pies or Nation of Islam bean pies. I even saw that there was a bakery somewhere that was their specialty, and they was making different flavors of them, like with different toppings and stuff, different kind of crust. That might be in Manhattan. You live in Ohio. Well, is there a Muslim Nation of Islam, American Muslims that follow Minister Farrakhan? If they're anywhere in any community near you, they may have a store and they might be selling bean pies out of there. If you're that interested, if not, like I said, you could make it at home. It ain't that. It can't be that. It ain't hard to make a sweet potato pie. I can't believe it'd be that much harder to make a bean pie. Except you gotta smush them. I guess you use a food processor. But back in the day, you was mashing them with the potato masher, I guess. All you have is corn. That's all they have in Ohio too. My son was it last year, or the year before. He went on a tour with his band, and he said, "Ma, they was going from New York all the way to Los Angeles, and they ended up going up to Washington State and through Canada and back down Toronto. So they did the whole thing. This is before Trump, so we could travel as long as we had our passports, our driver's license. Anyway, he said, "Ma, all it was corn." I said, "What are you talking about?" He says, "Corn, just corn." I said, "You didn't see the um, fruited grains, waves of grain?" He was like, "Corn." I said, "No purple mountain majesties." He says, "Corn." We were crying, crying. You have a mosque 2 blocks from me, 2 blocks from you, and they don't sell bean pies. Well, you know what? You might learn how corn and soybeans. Yeah, you might learn how to make them bean pies and make some money, sell them to the mosque. Huh? Built-in client base. When it's supposed to be sweet, they make them. They're small. I don't know if you've seen them, but like they're big as a saucer. Not that big, like that. Maybe not even, or maybe the interior. But that's just because of the individual servings. I'm sure if you make it and send a couple of samples down to the mosque and they inspect it and make sure that you didn't use anything that wasn't kosher in your ingredients, you might that might be a business. Remember what you got where you got the idea. Okay, anybody else? I've been in here 2 hours. Y'all so basically, we talked about the voting, and we may not have a blue wave, but the universe may step in and solve this for us somehow. Right, I just gave you the answer for some income. If you're interested, Ann, sit down, look at some videos. I'm sure there's all kinds of ways. You probably could even write the Nation of Islam in Chicago or in Manhattan to Mosque number 7 in Harlem. Ask them for the recipe. But like I said, it's probably online somewhere. Get the recipe and make it. You know, send a couple of pies down for the brothers and see what they say, and that might be money. They're gonna have to slap you with those newspapers they be. Hey, and I don't know how expensive they are, but if you look in the newspapers, if you read those papers, there might even be a recipe for the bean pies in the papers, or you can see how to order them, or you can see what the prices are. Because I don't think that each city has a different paper. I think it's a national final call, so it might be consistent. Listen, no offense, but this is just what came to me, and this could be me or this could be spirit. But the same way black folks love to go get their hair done and weaves and makeup and everything else. Asian people come into the community and they build the stores. You see a need, supply and demand. Oh, so instead of them having to get on the bus or get in their cars and drive, out of their communities to a bigger place or another community, they put the store right there so they have access. You have a built-in client base, and you enjoy baking. You better jump on it, child, before Kato does. Or Jamila. You better jump on it. See what happens and let us know. Share that information with the rest of us. Could be the reason why I'm here today. Maybe there's someone who was thinking about that and they were trying to manifest some bean pies down the street from you and they couldn't do it, and now we're doing it. We're manifesting those bean pies. But it's a source of revenue. You can sell them in the supermarkets. My aunt was doing that before she passed away. She was baking sweet potato pies, taking it to the sea town, and they were selling them, and she was getting a cut, and they were getting a cut. Everything starts off small. And Kate says she's got a lot of flow going on. She ain't trying to steal the bean pot business. Oh my goodness. All right. But hey, it's an idea. Can't hurt, might help. All right. If nobody else has any questions, I don't know. Kata, did you have a question? Kata has been moderating as well as Jamila. Jamila, where's my girl? She is no Katrilla. Katrilla, did Katrilla leave? Katrilla had a question. Katrilla Johnson. If Katrilla's still here, she has a question. I will take her question. No, Jamila, I already got you. I'm talking about Katrilla. I said the wrong name. Excuse me. Hey, Katrilla. You're welcome, Anna. Did you have a question, Katrilla? Katrilla is our other moderator. You're welcome, Anna. Kata says she's devoting her energy. She's got other fish to fry. Okay, Katrilla, what's the question, baby love? She got other fish to fry. All of our fish are equal. They're just different. We all have different missions, different ways to serve. Katrilla, what's your question, baby love? Oh, and Anna, if you want to make sure that you send your email to me, so that when Kate and I set up the panel discussion, if you want to be included, then you'll know how to join us to do that. I'm just waiting for Katrilla's question. After all this test, what's next? After all this test, what's next? For some of us, it's not about the relationship, as I've said before. It's about the service that you give. What comes after the tests are the same thing that has been coming throughout: gifts, ascension, discernment, blessings for yourself. I know you want to give up. We all do. Jamila, you want my address? The email address is P as in Paul, B as in boy, tarot, TAROT, the number 7 at gmail.com. And Iya is IYA. That's what everybody calls me, Iya, so that's fine. We all want to give up Katrilla, but that's part of it. And then right now, because of the planetary aspects, the changes that we're going through, this is certain things are going to be taken out and revealed, and other things are going to be brought to us. I think the whole reason for this whole exercise is not about a relationship, is about the journey, and it's about the service, the adventure. It's about being of service. And sometimes the service is to yourself, so that you're learning about yourself. And sometimes the journey is about helping your family. And it could be just to be the spark to get the divine masculine on his path. And that's also being of service. And maybe, of all the people in the world, for your masculine, the only person who could get him to even pay attention to spirit is you. And that in itself is a gift. And that in itself is the whole purpose for some of us. For some of us, because of who these guys are, these masculines are, these masculine energies are, they may not have gotten on board at this time without the nudge or the interest that they had in the divine feminine, even if it was just on a, you know, earthly basis. It's just sometimes you have to be like Artemis and birth your brother. Help your mother to birth your brother. That's what I just got. Like that. That you come out and you learn your lesson, and now you know what it's like to come through the birth canal, and you turn around and you help him come through too. Doesn't change the fact that you're twins, just means that you had to reach back to help him out because he couldn't come out by himself. He wasn't strong enough. And you had to pave the way. So you're baby A and he's baby B. Like my grandbabies. My granddaughter's baby A, my grandson's baby B. And one day she said some stuff. I think she must have been 3 years old, 2 or 3. And she told him that, you know what, you were whiny in mommy's stomach and you're still whiny. What? And she is the boss. At least she has been all this time. Now they're getting ready to turn 13. So it's starting to, change a little bit. He's starting to establish himself. He has his own set of friends and she has her own set of friends. And so he doesn't need her to guide him and babysit him. But they're the same age, but she was more mature than he is. Okay, so that's that's the reason why I got that. All right. So you have to have patience because he's your brother along with your lover. And hopefully he'll be leading one day, give you a chance to take care of some other lessons or enjoy more of your gifts. But nothing that we're going through is for nothing, even though it may feel like it because we're looking at the relationship part of it. But we have to remind ourselves that this is different, that this is not about what relationships are always about or have always been about. This is about looking at relationships in a different way than normal to get rid of the old mm, paradigms on relationships, how they look. All right. But it takes a lot of patience, like Kaida is saying, and like Jamila is saying. And it's not easy at all. At all. It hurts. And yes, you feel like you want to give up. I'd be a liar if I told you that that is not the truth. I'm ready to give up right this minute. But even that, I know that I'm not just feeling that for myself, I'm feeling that for you. And other women, other feminines who are going through this. There might be masculines who feel the same way. Like, what is this? What is the blockage? Why can't I? But what I was told is that all of the blockage is part of the journey too, and that we will know at the end when there'll be a certain stage of time, and it's not going to be too long from now. I think this is going to be within the next few months or weeks, at least by this time next year for the majority. There will be a not reconciliation, but there will be a, you will notice your status, you will know what's going on, you will not still be waiting, none of that. You just will have known what this was about, why you went through it, and what's next. Kata said you tried to check it out and the spirit realm sent you back. January 29th. It just depends. But yeah, there's some things that that we're not supposed to know. Some of us, look, the ancestors are our family. They love us. Maybe they want us to have a surprise that we deserve. Maybe some of us never had a surprise. All right. Or maybe it's not going to look the way we thought it was going to look, but it's going to be what it needs to be. Okay. It's going to be what it's supposed to be. It may not look like the way we imagined it, but it's okay because it's not about our purpose. It's not about our will. It's about God's will. But maybe the only way that we could get to where we were was to be roped into this twin flame mission. Maybe we wouldn't have stayed as steadfast on our spiritual path if we didn't have that prize at the end, because we're still human beings. We're not, we're still human beings, and we have been raised in societies that told us, you know, that this is, you're supposed to have the, husband with the, house and the 2.3 children and the white picket fence and the whole 9 yards, and Cinderella and, the prince and Snow White. And we've been fed fairy tales and all kinds of stuff. And so, of course, even though we're spiritual beings, we are having a human experience. Our human experience, our society has told us these stories, these fairy tales, just like the myths and legends about the Bible and the scriptures and God and everything else. Some way to try to keep the children entertained, keep the girls a certain, keep them in their place, control, all these things. There are reasons for all of these things. And so maybe this is just about us learning that we have we've been bamboozled, we've been led astray. No, I'm just saying this just change the way we look at things. To know that love can come, that there are different types of love, and we can love the person that we love romantically should be the same person that we love their spirit, and we love them like a brother, and we trust them. You know what I'm saying? It's like knowing how to love someone unconditionally in any position that person holds in your life. And the divine masculine is a consolidation of all the different types of love that you can have for someone outside of yourself. And it's also teaching you about loving yourself. This just came out of this deck, and I just opened this deck. Hold the space. Hold the space, Katrilla. Druid, hold the space. These are messages from the ancestors and angels oracle cards. I just opened, this is the first. Anything looking like a reading that'll come out of that. So, Katrilla, let's see what Druid is. But hold the space means, I think, to wait, to hold space for that other person. So, that may be our answer, ladies, feminines. Let's see. Hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stay strong, knowing that you are where you're supposed to be. The Druids were the ancient ones out of the British Isles. They had a deep connection with the earth, sun, and moon. They were the scholars who created the Ogham tree language, and they were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. When the Druid card appears, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. So if you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perceptions and move back to a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet it continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. So, this is like the Hermit card in a way, but this is about standing still and having faith. All right? Standing still and having faith and believing and knowing that what comes next is exactly what's supposed to come next for you and that you're not wasting your time at all. Mhm. All right. Let's see. These cards actually they're pretty decent stock. You know, they're not like this is like more like a glossy like a glossy. This is a matte finish, but they are the same. Okay, so they're the same size as most of the Oracle decks. And look at this one, 22, intuition. I pulled it off the top to measure this. Your intuition, follow your intuition. Awake says, I am done. Why you done, Awake? I know we're all done, but they said hold space. Hold space. That means wait to see how it plays out. Have faith, believe. Seer, see beyond the current situation. So you got to have a vision. 30 years younger and possibly a bisexual. Well, darling. Hey, that came, I got a channel message about that last week sometime. You know, I don't know if you heard it. I wasn't in the video. I couldn't even get myself down to the computer, but I had to say it. So it's an audio message, and it's about that. Not that well, someone not revealing to their partner that that was something that they were into or that they had experienced. Um, just information. Part of the reason why they're out of contact because they're dealing with all of these things and they don't want to talk about certain things. Bruce said that you heard it and it was juicy. Okay, okay. And your intuition was telling you the same. Okay, so you heard that too. Okay, so it wasn't, see, I knew it. That was not for me to keep to myself. I was supposed to let that out there to be discussed, to be received, that you're not crazy, that there is an energy out there. What I'm also been, you know, what I've also heard, other messages is that came is that some of them, it's not that they are actively bisexual now. Some of them, this is about them not sharing some injustice, some assault, some violation that may have happened to them when they were little boys. And they have never spoken about this. Some of them is just that this is something that they kind of and maybe have experience with over time. It depends on how old you are. And your divine male was posting feminine looking males on his Facebook. Oh. All right. Well, so the question um, is that a deal breaker for some of us? Yeah, that is a deal breaker. But then again, if this is about a spiritual journey of unconditional love, of course we can still love them. But those of us who are looking forward to an intimate relationship with them, does that change that? Does it? For some of us, hell yeah. For others, maybe not. For others of us, maybe they need to stop being so closed off and secretive. Maybe if they told you about it, you wouldn't be repelled or in any way phased by it. And maybe it's something that you already suspected about them. And that's it, it's no biggie. It depends on, who you are. Okay. Kata said that she's receiving messages should be received with meekness and humility. All right. He has not ever come correct towards you. Awake. Well, then perhaps he's not your relationship with him may not be one that it has a basis in sex. Or maybe things will change because God can do anything. I don't know. But if they ever come out of hiding and talk to us, we will know the answers to these questions, right? And you would still love them as a friend. And maybe that's another thing because maybe they're afraid that not only would you be upset with them because maybe you would feel, and not just you, just us, that you would feel like they'd been betraying you or something like that because they don't know about unconditional love. They don't understand that love is unconditional and that you still would be their friend and you still would be their sister, you know, but that may be something that is also causing them to uh, stay away and not communicate. Okay. All right. So next card that fell out here when I wasn't doing nothing but shuffling says shaman, trust in higher forces. So this is about wisdom and divine timing. Okay. Spiritual gifts, prayer, meditation, trusting in a higher force, and earth guardian. Stay grounded, stay rooted and grounded. Well, it's not over, awake. Like I said, they're going through their ascension, their spiritual, you know, awakening. Some of them, this is new for them, just like it was for you and myself a year or two ago, or whatever, however long it's taken us 7 years, 2 years, 7 months, last week. That we've gotten it already and they haven't. So they're going through some things. And because maybe they took so long to get on with the program, they may have a lot of other things going on at the same time. Their whole worlds may be being turned topsy turvy because they need to get with the program. And so they're feeling the awakening, which can physically be uncomfortable. They may not be getting a lot of sleep. So they're going through their thing. And they're not communicating to us because they got to go through it by themselves anyway. Even if they told us what was happening, we still can't help them. We can just pray for them, and we can do that without them talking to us. So why don't we put our energy away from being resentful and missing them and wondering what they're doing? Why don't we put our energies towards praying for them? so that they can get through it and come out on the other side ready to communicate. Not necessarily ready to come with the ring, not necessarily ready to come and confess, their undying love or anything, but at least coming to present themselves and let you know what they have been through spiritually, if they're aware of your spirituality, which certainly they should be at this point. They're going to come and tell you about it. Just like when the little boy digs up the worms outside the yard and they come and bring it to the mother and say, look, and you're supposed to be excited. Because we're also maternal figures for them. And they need to know that they're going to be accepted. Some of them feel guilty about stuff that they had no control over, just like we women have felt guilty about stuff that we've had no control over. But they still, maybe they feel that's something that they need to share. Or maybe you've confronted them with it, or maybe they heard the channeled message somebody might have shared it with somebody, who knows. And maybe they kind of got a little convicted and they pulled back because now they don't know what to say. But most important thing to men is their work and their sexuality. And maybe the bisexuality. Hold up. Understanding that we are talking about tapping into our masculine energies and our feminine energies, right? Now we know it's a lot tougher for them because they do not want to, they resist against the feminine energy. And so maybe that is part of this too, to bring the discussion up with them. So maybe some of them are not involved in that, or they were assaulted when they were little kids, and that's something that they've always worried about. And maybe that's why they don't embrace their emotional part, because they're trying to push what they think or what they feel is a feminine emotion or attribute or desire or sensation. They associate that they associate these feminine emotions with being homosexual, and they don't want to, and they feel if they encourage that, they'll be encouraging homosexuality within themselves, and they're not trying to do that because there's a fear of that. Maybe they were accused of that when they were a little kid, and nothing ever happened, and they never were involved in anything like that. But that was something that they maybe were teased about because of maybe the way they carried themselves. You know how mean children can be to other children. And so maybe just the idea of tapping into their feminine energy is so foreign. It's something that they've worked so hard to put aside. So for those who may not have anything to do with bisexuality or homosexuality or any kind of questions, and I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody, please. I'm an old lady. Just let me just say this as it's coming to me, not trying to be offensive to anyone, but maybe some of them, this is the way it has to come to them so that they can be open to discussing those fears, that defensive armor that they've put on in order to protect themselves from being bullied and teased by brothers and older, relatives, friends, whatever like that. And they're afraid of that. And they have to learn to be able to embrace the feminine without it taken away from their masculinity. Just like we females, is some of us who have a hard time balancing our masculine and feminine too, because we use our masculine to get through shit, to take care of business. And we also know that our feminine is a thoughtful, logical, emotional, caring part. But we accept that, and we accept the masculine, but we know there's times that we gotta tap that down depending on what's going on. But it's a little easier for us because we're more mature. When we when they feel they're feminine, they fight against it. That's what leads to war because their feelings get hurt. So they can't say you hurt my feelings, they got to drop a bomb, right? So that's just how it is for males. And this may just be all it is just to get them the ability to be open to talk about these things. Okay, here we go. What am I supposed to do with the purple and white light when my eyes are closed? I've done used so many bad words at my to my T after this in my vocabulary in my phone. Okay, you've been cussing them out so hard that that when you put in your smartphone, the curse word comes out in anticipation, anticipatory text. Okay, hey, you thought he was gay at first. Okay, thought about all it. I think he's been sexually abused as a kid. Yes. Okay. Catrilla changed bad words through repeating good ones. I did not pick up any feminine when I met him, nor do I see him performance videos. Oh, he's a performer. Okay. I don't talk to him anymore like that. I release him. Hi, Alyssa. Tap that ass. Mm-mm. There's no balance in our relationship in terms of repression. Y'all know I know this song. There's a word I say it all the time. Yes. Well, that's what's going on right now, awake for all of them, it seems. And see, this is why it's good to have these talks so that we know that that's what's going on. All right. They don't want, yeah, reciprocity, the X factor. They don't give, they don't take. But you're not alone in that situation right now. So if we're all going through this around the same time, yes, he takes and you give. We know we're all there. We're here. We're all there with you with that. So then, if this is all going on for the collective at the same time, then doesn't that mean that it's not so strange and that maybe it's the way it's part of the pattern? But we only know that when we talk to each other about it. They take and you give. There's no reciprocity. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying, and I know the word, and I'll be saying it off the tip of my tongue as soon as the camera's off. Mine's had a whole different family and more on the side. Okay, Katrilla. I'm sorry that happened, but and that's hurtful when they didn't tell you. And if they would learn to be honest, then they wouldn't have the problems that they have. You became a refueling station for his ego. Yes, awake. That's how we all feel. And we are getting nothing out of it. We're not even getting the sex. We're not even getting nothing. We're just getting all of their burdens, all of their problems, all of their concerns. We're praying for them in the whole 9 yards. Are they praying for us? Probably not. We don't know for sure, but no, probably not. Okay? They may be praying about us. They may be going places trying to get us banished out of their lives. because they think we're doing something bad to them, some of them. Yeah, and this awake is a lesson about loving ourselves. This is what this is about, learning to love yourself separately and within relationships, and to not allow anyone to take your power, and not allow anyone to be a vampire, an energy vampire, you know, not allowing anyone to take our kindnesses for weakness, but also not letting this experience stop us from being open. Self love is the most important of it because you love God as you love yourself, right? So if you love yourself, then you're showing love to the creator. So you have to learn to love yourself first, and maybe that's the issues that we have, okay? But because you are the one doesn't mean that you have to abandon the journey, but that is your free will to do that, and it's no shame in that. It's just what it is. So for shaman, this talks about trusting your angels, your guides, and your ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. On the inner plane, all of the shamans of times gone by are helping the human race to understand the complexities of life and the needs of Mother Earth. Many are working as spiritual guides to light workers and light warriors. The shaman card brings the energy of your shaman guides to you. Shamans believe that there was Shamans believe that when there was illness or disease, it was because a person's power had been left behind somewhere, or a negative pattern had installed itself in them. In trance, they would travel to the underworld to recall this power and remove the demon. If this card comes to you, it's because you need to do some release work with lower energies, or with your lack of trust in the spiritual energies that are guiding you. The shaman will aid you in your quest. There are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles that you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct this situation and come out on top. Let's repeat that again. So, call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct this situation and come out on top. The shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. Okay, so Patrilla, did you get that? Patrilla, did you understand that message? Or are you in conversation with Kata? So you got that message, right? So again, they want you to trust in your higher forces and take back your power. All right. In the sense of allowing yourself to know that this is part of the journey. And this is not about him and you. This is about you and God. You feel better now, Wade? Good. I'm glad. Okay, Katrilla. So the next card that came here was Earth Guardian. All right, so stay rooted and grounded. Focus on the purpose, your purpose. What is it? If your angels told you to go back to him, then all that is just be open. But don't make any moves right now. Don't try to bridge the gap per se. Just be open to him when he comes. That's all. Don't go after them. They know it, and I know he was a hoe. Okay, so he had a journey, he had a lesson that he needed to learn. And I don't know your business, and I ain't accusing you or myself or anybody or anything, but I'm sure that there's a whole lot of us feminines that really don't want the masculine dipping around in our past escapades over the years, perhaps. And maybe it's let's start here today, ground zero. This is our relationship from here on, and let go of the past. And maybe that's it also. Letting go of the past. You received him through the clouds and you showed him. Katrina, all you can do is share your information with him. He has to come to it on his own the same way you came to it on your own. It's nothing that can be forced upon you. And like I said, if he is being um, work is being done and it just might be too much. It might be too much and they need to back off or go and talk to somebody somewhere that is not talking about spirituality or God or anything like that. Maybe they need a break, or maybe they're just going through the dark night of the soul and their dark night of the soul is lasting a fortnight. Oh, that could just be all it is because they've been stubborn. And so they're getting their butts kicked. And there's nothing we can do about it. Just protect yourself so that you don't get smacked with any of the negative energy and be who you are, the divine. And make sure that, hey, right, you said he knows now, right? And now he knows. And that might be another reason why he's not saying nothing. Maybe he's ashamed of himself. Okay, but you know what, Awake? That may be his. Awake is saying that her divine masculine is a contradiction. He has a Bible-based website, but he has sexual songs on his new album. Okay, so why is one thing why is one thing count away the other? So what maybe maybe the songs are over the top to you, but maybe there's an audience of people that he can attract to some form of spirit that will be open to that. Everybody, but that's not for you to judge, not for me to judge. If he's not supposed to do it, it'll stop. And if this is his what I've seen it, there's a sister on YouTube and she's like doing it with she's talking about her sexuality. She's using the P word and that's her spirit. I think it's called pussy spirit, something. Yes. Rue, you got $1.99 for my super chat. You got one more question? Cause now I'm getting like that. I'm sorry, but it's like, come on, how many questions you gonna answer me, baby? I'll answer a question, but I think I deserve a bone at this point. he's you don't have to have any judgments about it, because maybe that's his ministry. Maybe that is going to be the way that he reaches people. Like there's people who go and they go to the prisons. Okay, he's a sex addict. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Awake says no, no, no. Okay, so if that's not your thing, that's not your thing. But everybody has a path, and maybe that's his. There are people who go into bars and they minister to people in the bars. Sometimes you got to meet people at their level in order to get their attention, and then you're able to guide them a different way. Just like Jesus became word and he dwelt among men and he saw how men acted, and he had that experience. Just like we're having these we're spiritual beings having that human experience. Why no? Isn't sex something that God gave us? Weren't we given sex as a way of expressing ourselves? I mean, what's he do? I mean, if it's not, nobody's harming children or farm animals. Okay, so he's okay. All right. All right. Wait. Are the lyrics, is he Pastor Jones presents smutty lyrics, or does he have a separate persona that publishes this music? Well, wait, that okay, so he has two different personas. So you are the one who knows. Not everybody knows that it's him, right? Sometimes you got to meet the people where they are. Didn't you, have you ever watched the Singing Nun? Ever seen that movie? Sometimes you got to go where the sin is, if you want to call it sin. All right, you said he needs therapy, but you said he's a pillar of the community. He's obviously able to hold a job and whatever. So why do you think he needs therapy? Because you don't agree with, maybe that's just his way of getting his energy out or expressing himself. Maybe it's poetry. Like the Bronte sisters, they published under a man's name. There was always women, but women couldn't publish back then, and they wrote these stories with this romance and all this other stuff that was unacceptable. You know, yeah, you can agree to, yeah, I agree to disagree with you also, but I'm just saying just to look at it another way, because that's art. Sometimes those things, that's art. It's poetry. It's a way of expressing himself. And maybe, he's trying to be respectful, but he needs a way to get it out. Would you be happier if he was putting on this pillar of the community persona, and then you found these poems and these songs somewhere in a trunk, in a drawer underneath the bed after he died? And then you never knew this part about him? Wouldn't that hurt more than at least you knowing? How do you know he's not integrated? No, the Bible stuff may not be real, but I don't know where you just said that he is a pillar of the community. You've been dealing with him for 10 months? Really, darling? I've been dealing with mine since 1991. You can be done, baby. But if he's meant for you, he'll be back. And you will have to deal with it because maybe this is about you being judgmental. I don't know. Or maybe you're not appreciating the lyrics. Maybe you're misunderstanding them. I don't know. Maybe it's something that's supposed to open you up to something, you know? Can y'all still see me? It's gotten dark in here and I need to turn on this light. They're going to throw me off of YouTube forever. 1 second. Ooh, that's too much light. I don't need all that. It's Friday. Hmm. Oh, yes. All right, I'm back. Sorry, folks. So, wait, I hear you. You're done. And I hear that. I hear that. I really do. Because it is a concern if, you know, especially, if someone's been behaving, um, bisexuality is not just that. It could be anything and open you up to vulnerabilities, especially if your immune system is compromised and things like that. There are a lot of things to consider about that. But then again, it could be this is what I've been doing up to now, but now this is what I don't want to do. And not because I'm not still attracted or whatever. It's just because I'm focusing on this relationship with you. People change or not. Some people, like I said, they may accept that type of behavior and they might say, well, now that you just brought it up, I wanted to introduce you to my friend. And then it's a whole different vibe. He's 33. Well, wasn't Jesus 33 when they crucified him? According to the Bible, I'm just saying. 33 is the time when people change, they rise to the occasion, they get a understanding. I think you can't even be a rabbi until you're 33 or 32. And maybe that's why you're there. Then maybe that's why you've met him. Kata said, work your cougar girl. And Hill said he's doing what men at his age do as well. Yeah. They experiment. He's young. And that's part of having a relationship with a younger person. They're gonna try things. They're gonna experiment with things. That's what happens. I'm sure you have friends that are like thinking that you're crazy for, well, maybe not, but there could be somebody, maybe, that says, why is she dating this guy and he's 30 years younger than her and this and that? That's right. Work your 63 child. I've thought about it. I said that to somebody. I said, yo, I might have to drive by the high school and see who didn't get accepted to college. you know? Free room and board, honey. You might adopt him. And maybe that is what you already have done. You just don't realize it. Okay, so Earth Guardian, Katrilla, take time to connect deeply with the energy of the earth so that you can feel supportive and make decisions based on strength and integrity. Okay, it's important for you to take a grounded approach to your current situation. If you're rushing ahead or making the decision based on your more fearful responses, you will miss out on the growth that you deserve. Take time to calm down and get grounded before proceeding further. Breathe, relax, and connect with your center. Then consider what to do. It's important to plant seeds that are going to grow into something beautiful rather than turn into a weed that you'll have to deal with. Okay, so ground yourself. Okay, you need a new love awake. All right, where'd you find that one at? Where'd you find a 33-year-old man that was interested in dating a 63-year-old woman? Please tell us. On a cruise ship. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Right. We've had this discussion before, but you were swearing up and down to me that he was your twin flame and this and that and all this other stuff, right? Now you got concerns. Yes, you're both singers. I know. I remember this entire conversation, a series of conversations. Your daughter wasn't too keen about him either. Okay. Well, if he's your twin flame, then have a seat. Give him a couple of weeks and see what he comes back with. You are not going through nothing no different than the rest of us. Didn't we just say that I got messages about someone being bisexual, and I shared it with the collective, and I got at least 80 people giving me thumbs up on that one. So, not 80 people, but it's got 80 views, but it got a lot of thumbs up. I told people they didn't have to make any remarks on it because I don't, you don't have to put out their business or your business, but it's a concern. So maybe it's just a concern right now. Maybe it's just a topic of discussion. It's something that we all are having to deal with. Kata, don't even. You can look back on a couple of previous tapes and you'll find out how she knows her twin flame. But he is. She's had a lot of synchronicities and whatever. So it's just a lesson. It's just a lesson. But I told you that you're going to have challenges with younger men, and some of them may experiment with things that maybe the guys that you dated before didn't admit to experimenting to. It's hard, but okay? He's on a cruise ship half the year. You don't get him that much of a chance to be intimate with him anyway. So what difference does it make if he's gay? At least, or bisexual. You're not having sex with him anyway. He's at sea. And at least you hear from him. What did you think was going to happen with you dating a man that was 30 years younger than you? What were you expecting was going to happen? He was either going to have another woman. He works on the ship. He's either going to have another woman, another family, or he's going to be gay. I'm going to take a cheetah liar energy, take it back. Boy, he better come back correct. Yes. People do leave their twin flames, absolutely, and you are free to do that. You don't have to stay. We're just having a discussion, honey. You have the freedom to come and go as you will. But my question to you, just for my clarity, if you don't mind, is what were you expecting when you entered into this relationship with this man who was already on working on a ship, so he's not available that much, and he's 30 years younger than you. I understand you're over it. I really do. And people do leave their twin flames. And if you look at I don't know if you ever watched Ray of Light, I think it is. But he's been doing the twin flame journey for like 22 years. He and his partner Nicole. Golden Ray. I hate that I don't have my iPad down here. I'm so sorry. He's only on the ship a few weeks a year. Okay, Katie, you're gonna start your videos. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so you never had this kind of experience before. All right, I understand, Awake. I do. Thank you again so much, Kata, and I'll see you later. And then suddenly you want to, yeah, I know, sneaks up on you. I didn't know anything about twin flames even back in 1991. I just knew I loved someone. And then he didn't love me anymore. Well, he did not love me, but he decided that he had priorities other than being in love with me. Bye, Kata. Kata has her own channel, and she did a video last night. So I'm sure you could subscribe. It's under her name, and you can watch her videos. She's just sharing some wisdom. All right, just like you could do, just like all of us can do. Don't cost nothing. All you need is your cell phone. Kata is saying that spirit gave her info to get to others from the spirit realms. Right. So she's channeling messages from the spirit realms. So that's what she does on her channel. Same way I do messages, same way she's doing messages, same way all of you all. We can all be doing messages so that we can share these lessons, which is what we're talking about. And I'm glad that we had this discussion in Awake. I don't mean to be offensive in any way. I'm just trying to get an understanding, not only for myself, but also for other people who might come across this video one day, if we still have the internet. And maybe that is a question that, or that is a situation that they may come across. And so we want to leave our little footprints and our little, whatever we do is of service. All of this is of service. Your service and mine should have these discussions and these questions. Oh, midnight. Ugh. Okay. Okay, awake. Yeah, you never looked at a man that was even 10 years younger. Yeah, some people wouldn't date a guy 2 years younger. So you don't have to do the videos. You could just do audios, Katrilla. You could do podcasts, or you could just take pictures like you have the talent to do and create the oracle cards that I had spoken to you about. You know, different things, or just art, or poetry, or who knows. But just be open to it. But what we want to do in the discussions, we're not going to be like, it's not going to be like this type of a forum. This is going to actually be us having discussions and giving advice to one another. So that's the vision that I have of this um, panel discussion. Like I said, like the View, like something like that. You know, where we talk about different topics that the feminine is experiencing and see what support we can give to one another. Okay, Awake, thank you too for coming. I appreciate your being here. Blessings to you. All right, and I wish you just be strong and to understand what the lessons were, regardless of what happens. And where is your service? What is your service to spirit and to yourself, whether you're in a twin flame relationship or not? what was the purpose of this lesson, and great gratitude, absolutely. Okay, so you wrote your first one today, Katrilla. Wonderful. You're on a good foot, girl. And that's what we have to do. We have to worry about, focusing on service. Just like I said, you have to focus on service. What is it that we have to do? Okay. Your being part of the twin flame journey in and of itself is service. You've given service to the masculine, you've given service to humanity. When you raise your vibration, you raise the vibration of the earth. Okay? When you do positive things, you're raising the vibration of the earth. You're helping all of us to ascend. And the love, the unconditional love that you give to the masculine and that you give to yourself and to your family, it raises all of our vibrations. Okay? When you work on your poetry, when you work on cards, when you work on anything, any expressive art or any of that, okay? That's being grateful because you're using the gifts to create something. So that is also part of showing gratitude. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right. So these are all lessons. All right. So anyway, Katrilla, I think that I've exhausted everybody. I'm really enjoying this though. I really, really am. I like having these discussions, but got to see whether or not it'll upload, how long it'll take. So I'm going to come out of here, get something to eat. My child then came home from work and rolled his eyes at me again. So, oh, and he went back out. So maybe he went to get himself something to eat. The worst. But I hope that everybody got something out of this today. And like I said, I didn't know what I was doing when I started, but I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I was obedient to spirit. Okay, so those of you who want to be part of the panel discussion, send me an email. Let me know your contact information, and let me know what you would like to bring to the discussion. Okay, maybe you have an area of expertise that you'd like to share with other women, other feminines, or maybe just something. What topics would you like for us to discuss? You know, so that you could be invited to that discussion. Okay, so pbtarot7@gmail.com. All right, and we'll either be using Skype or we'll be using the Google Hangout. Whichever way that we can actually talk to one another and hear. You're welcome, Katrilla. And hear one another, have eye to eye contact. So we can actually have discussions, and I don't have to be reading and all of that. Just having a talk, but just like a conference at work. Okay. So that's what we're working on. And we should be getting that together pretty soon. All right. So thanks, everybody. And I'll be talking to everyone real soon. All right. And be blessed. All right. And keep up the good work and keep the faith, like those cards said. I like these cards. They're pretty cool, right? These are angels and ancestors oracle cards. I wasn't sure how I was going to use them, but I think we figured it out today. Excellent. Okay. So, talking to everybody soon. Love you guys. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these messages. All right. And even if you catch this later on after this is uploaded, send your email. Let us know what it is that you'd like to hear the panel talk about. And we'll see if we can get this rolling. Okay? All right. Be well. Love you guys. Bye bye.